Hello, my lovely friend. I hope you are doing great. Are you ready to do this new problem together? So let's get started. Here says we have to find the area of this circle. The only information that I have this segment, which is 3x, and this segment is 2x, and radius of this blue is 2 units. Anyway, this triangle is right triangle, which here it's right angle, so it's right triangle. I try to use some rules to find first of all x and then go further to find the radius of this circle. So to find out x, first of all, I say we know we have the rule that says the tangents from the external point to the circle are same in length. So this tangent from external point, which is here, and tangent to the blue would be same in length. So that means if this length is 2x, this length is 2x as well. And we know here this side is 2, same as this radius, because we know from the center to the tangent would be right angle, because from center to the tangent meet the tangent at the right angle. So this quadrilateral is, I have to say, rectangle or a square. As I said, tangent from the external point to the circle are same in the length, so it would be this side and this side same. So this quadrilateral is a square. So this side would be 2 as well. Anyway, I find this side of this right angle triangle 2x plus 2. So this side would be 2x plus 2. How about here? I have to say again, the tangent from the external point to the circle are same in length. So this side would be 3x as well. So this side is 3x. As I find here, it would be 2. So this side is 3x plus 2. How about hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is 3x plus 2x, which is 5x. Now I try to use Pythagoras theorem that says hypotenuse to the power of 2, which is 25x squared, equals the sum of the other sides squared. That means 2x plus 2 to the power of 2 plus 3x plus 2 to the power of 2. Okay, so I expand this parenthesis, which is 4x squared plus 8x plus 4 plus 4 plus here would be 9x squared plus, I should say, plus 12x plus 4 If I bring all this expression in one side, I will have, sorry, it is 25x squared. If I bring all of them in one side, which is 12x squared minus, I should say here, 20x minus 8 equals 0. Okay, if I get, first of all, I try to simplify and divided all of this term by 4, so I will get 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. Now to find x, the value of x, I try to use the discriminant formula. Discriminant formula says the delta equals the square root of b squared, which is 25, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times negative 2. So it would be 24, 25 plus 24 gives me 49. So the delta would be 7. So to find x, I say x equals negative b plus or negative of this data, which is 7. Let me substitute the value of b. B here is negative 5. Negative and negative b would be so positive 5. Positive 5 divided by 2a, which is 6. So I get, if I get with negative 7, I will get x is negative. So I can accept it as a um, length of the sides, because always the length would be positive. So I only accept the positive of this formula. So I will get 5 plus 7 gives me 12 over 6x would be 2. I find here x is 2. So here I have this side would be 4. Let me erase all of this information because I find x here. Okay. So I get x is 2. So here was 2x, so it would be 4. This length would be 4. Oh, this length is 2. This length is r that I am gonna find r. And this length, as we see here, I will find O, let me label it OA, which is 4 to the power of 2 plus 2 to the power of 2. So OA equals the square root of 2 to the power of 2, which is 4, plus 4 to the power of 2, which is 16. Why? Because if I label here B, BOA is a right angle triangle and OA is my hypotenuse. I try to use Pythagoras theorem to find OA. So Pythagoras theorem says hypotenuse to the power of 2 equals the sum of the square of other sides. So I said here OA to the power of 2 equals 2 to the power of 2 plus 4 to the power of 2. And then I get the square root. So here I want to show if I get it O prime and C, I want to show OBA and O prime CA are similar. When I show they are similar, then I can show they are in the same ratio. First of all, I show this part equals square root of 20 here. Square root of 20. Let me write it. If I label from here to A, this side is Y. I don't know the value of this Y, but I know from O to the circumference or border O prime, from O prime to the border of this green circle is R. It's radius, okay? And from O to the border of blue circle, which is 2. So I can say a square root of 20 equals Y, okay, plus 2R plus 2R plus 2, which equals OA. Radius of blue circle and diameter of the green circle and Y gives me OA. Okay, so I can say Y equals, I get Y as an object, Y equals square root of 20 and bring these two terms to the left side, minus 2R minus 2. Keep it here. I needed to find the radius here. Anyway, I go to show these two triangles AO prime C and AOB are similar. As I know here as well, where this radius meets C is right angle triangle because we have the rule that says from the center of the circle to the tangent meets the tangent at right angle. So I say C and B, C equals B equals 90 degree. Okay, and then both of these triangle are common, has a common angle that's A, are same at A. So A, let me put the sign of angles. A equals A, they are common angle, common angle. So I could prove these two triangle OBA. So triangle OBA are similar, is similar to triangle O prime CA. When I show they are similar, so the corresponding sides are in the same ratio. So I can say 2 OB over O prime C. So OB is 2, I write 2 over O prime C is R over R equals, now I will go for hypotenuse. OA, what was OA? OA was a square root of 20 over O prime A. What's O prime A? O prime A is R plus Y. I write R plus Y. Instead of Y, I can substitute this amount. So R plus a square root of 20 minus 2R. Let me erase here. Minus 2R. Okay. Minus 2. So I can cancel out one of these R. So I will have minus R minus 2. Okay. Let me erase the board and then continue. So I pause the video here to erase the board and then continue my process to find the final answer. Okay, I erased the board. Now I will continue. Here I said now it's the time to use cross multiplication. Let's first write square root of 20 as almost 4.5. So it would be 4.5 as well. So I have 2 times, if I use cross multiplication, I say 2 times 4.5 minus 2 minus R equals 4.5 times R. Here I will have 4.5 minus 2 gives me 2.5, and then I apply this 2 inside this parenthesis, which gives me 2 times 2.5 gives me 5 minus 2R equals 4.5 R. I bring all the R terms in one side, so I will have 6.5 R equals 5. Divided both sides by 6.5, so I will have R equals 0.769. It's the value that I find for R. So the radius here is 0.769. We are done. I hope you really enjoy. So if you enjoy, subscribe, share with your friend, and stay tuned. I will see you in the next new problems. Bye bye.